There we go. All right. What's going on, everybody? Bitcoin Brandon from Los Angeles, California. It is a beautiful day today. Not too hot. It's about 80, 83, 84 degrees. I'm an hour late from going live. I couldn't get my connection right. So I don't know why. Every time I'm in the backyard, it always wants to act funny with me. But I'm actually doing some practicing with swimming because I've got my smartwatch and I did not know that this was waterproof. So when I do my workouts for Get Fit, for example, I didn't even think about working out in the pool, swimming. That's a workout. So I'm going to be playing around and testing that out today. But welcome everybody. I know the first thing you're going to say, Marnita, Brandon, bring that camera down. I can't. It's sitting on a pedestal. You know what I can do? If I can put the stand in the water and this higher up. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Okay. I can do it like that. Is that better? I know that's the first thing she's going to say to me. So what's going on? Type your guy's name in the chat box. My name is Brandon Ivey from Los Angeles, California. I'm the founder and CEO of Ivy League Crypto Academy, ILCA for short. I teach crypto education for a living, and I always got to give a disclaimer because people always want to put that on me. I am not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I share information for educational, training, and entertainment purposes only, and it is up to you to make your own informed, intelligent decision on what direction you want to move into. Now, stating all of that, today, I hope you guys are having a good day. This is Friday. This is the last Friday for the month of June. Can you imagine already that we're going into July? And now that puts us halfway through the year. We've gone through 2 quarters, going into our 3rd quarter coming up soon of 2024. And those of you who made your New Year's resolutions back in December of last year, coming into January, this is a time where you do a reflection. You want to see where you are. Have you met any of the goals that you set for yourself? Have you gotten any closer? Are you further away? And then you make the necessary adjustments on moving to the next step. And that's what I did. In fact, I did this a couple of months ago. I made the decision that as far as my ILCA is concerned, it is not where I want it to be and where it should be at this point. And decisions had to be made and changes had to be made to make sure that for the rest of this year, we get back on track from what my vision for ILCA is going forward. So this coming Monday, you're going to be seeing the brand new launch of ILCA 2.0. We've just been working hard in the background to make sure that we have everything in place from the websites, the funnels, and all that kind of stuff. We've been working hard to get that all together for you guys. I want to thank all of you that were part of our ILCA community for the last 2.5 years. We're not going anywhere. In fact, it's about to get ramped up even more as a result of what I'm going to be talking about today, my failures, because your failures teach you lessons. You can't move forward until you've gone through some challenges and some tribulations, and there's things out there that can hurt you and harm you. So you got to be able to decide whether or not you're going to let that stop you, or you learn from it and you keep moving forward. And that's what I've done my entire career. I am a success because I failed my way here, not because doors were just open and if everything was easy and everything went according to plan. Nothing ever goes exactly according to plan. One of the most important things is what your intent is. And there's people that have good intentions out there, and there's people that don't have good intentions. And you might not always know which one that is when you're dealing with people. But you do know what your intentions are. And that's another reason why a lot of my main focus is back on, creating your own brand. But what got us here? Well, if you go to YouTube, this isn't something new that I've been doing. I have several videos out already talking about my failures at different points of my life, going all the way back when I came back into network marketing in 2010, 10. And then it took me maybe 2 years, in 2011, when I started to really have success and move forward. And one of the things I always talk about in training in the secret, learning skills. When you learn enough skills necessary to, give me 1 second, because it is, I got to dunk myself, because it's getting, I'm staying in the sun so you guys will be able to see me. Oh, that feels good. That feels better. All right. So one of the things that I was taught that is once you learn certain skills, you will be successful in anything that you do. So my first 10 years in the direct selling industry, I failed miserably. Not the company that I was a part of. It was my own skill set. I couldn't sell anything to save my life. I couldn't recruit anybody. I couldn't make any money. But I just knew I couldn't give up. Because if other people were having success, then I could have success. That's how I knew it. If somebody else can do it, there's nothing different from them than me. I just need to learn what they know. So I've always believed education is key. Education is everything. If I just learn what they know, then I can duplicate that success. And once I figured that out, I've had nothing but success in anything that I touch. Where the failures come in is the programs and platforms that I'm a part of have failed. Other people have failed. And certain decisions that I've made where I was loyal to a fault. And if I do something, it's because I believe it. I really believe it's something that I think is going to work. And sometimes things are out of my control and they fail and I go down with the ship. You always know that, the captain goes down with the ship. When I should have left way sooner than I actually did. And I also believe back in the day, you can't ride two horses with one ass. So if I started something, I had a long-term game plan for it, and I was willing to ride out any obstacles that the company may run into and try to help to make it a success because I actually believed in it. That doesn't mean that the owner of the company believed the same way I did, which I learned the hard way. Some of these owners never had a long-term game plan to begin with. They always had a short-term game plan, but they just didn't tell us that. And so I learned that the hard way. But I want to fast forward to around when things, the modern era is what I want to call it, the end of 2019, going into 2020. I'm in the crypto space. Now, you guys know what happened in the year 2020? That was the Bitcoin halving year. Now, 2 years before that, 2017, Bitcoin reached an all-time high of $20,000 a coin. By this time, 2019, Bitcoin was around the $7,000, $8,000 range. It was fluctuating between $7,000, $8,000. It even got all the way down to $6,000 at one point before the next boom cycle, and Bitcoin got to $65,000 a year and a half later. But I was introduced. Now, up to this point, I was teaching crypto education. I didn't have my own crypto education company, but I did have courses. And there were multiple companies that were hired me as consultants. They were utilizing my crypto education videos for their teams and their masses. I would do Bitcoin boot camps at the time. You guys remember back in those days, KGX or Cryptogenics, and then Economics. And they never, again, these were not my companies, but they were utilizing my product. And if you don't control it, you don't control what's going to happen in the future. And so there were different owners of those companies that had their own agendas, their own plans, and they never got it right. And so I knew going into 2020, this is a chance to make the necessary moves to take advantage of the next Bitcoin halving. And I got involved with a company contacted me that wanted to utilize my crypto education in 2020 because we were coming into the Bitcoin halving. And it was a company called Up to Give. How many of you guys remember that company? Up to Give. And it was all about charity, and it was all about, giving back to different causes and creating an ecosystem and an environment to help people all around the world. And then we're going to implement my crypto education so that we can educate people to get involved and be able to raise money on the crypto side. And I was a believer. I believed in the message. I believed in the project. And I believed that we were going to make a lot of money to get ready for the next Bitcoin bull run. And what happened? The owners did something crazy. They had a different agenda. They used the word of God and Christianity to justify every decision that they were making. They made a lot of money and screwed everybody else. I had no idea the level of things that was going on behind the scenes until after the fact. I had no idea. But I was the main presenter, I was the voice, and so of course people want to blame me for when a company doesn't have success. So I took a hit on that one. From there, was introduced to another company called PrimeGate. PrimeGate had a huge upside potential, taking advantage of a token called HNT, Helium, which at the time was like 50 to 60 cents at the time. This was a global opportunity as well. I was named a country leader and in a position to be able to earn $500,000 a month. So I'm thinking, we pull this thing off, I will have the resources I need to have my crypto portfolio where I want it to be before the Bitcoin bull run. Now, the Bitcoin halving has already taken place, but the bull run hadn't happened yet. This is in 2020. But what happened? It's like, as always, the owners doing some shady shit. We find out behind the scenes. I was never paid for the work. I'm owed thousands of dollars. I called them out on it. And even sources like Behind MLM and critics used, they went into the private groups and took what I said word for word to use it to try to blast everybody. And that's the one company that I'm still very, very sore about because of the opportunity that we had. We could have made millions had they just done the little things. Greed is a mother effer for some people. But that one really, really, really hurt. In fact, there's one individual, I won't say his name, but his ass kicking on sight. On sight, like Kendrick Lamar, Drake. Drake better not ever go to Inglewood. On sight. And that one really hurt. Leads to another company called MTI. MTI. Anybody remember MTI? Now, whenever we look at an opportunity, we do some vetting. We check them out. MTI is a company that we looked at from inside out. Not only did I personally know the owner, in fact, it's funny that Marnita was looking at my database and Johann Steinberg's name popped up on there because he used to be in my downline years ago. He was from Sweden. We knew him personally. He's married, has a daughter. We spoke to the board, not just him, but the board. Oh, another cousin of mine I see is looking at me. What's going on, Maisha? I spoke to their board. I spoke to all of their corporate offices. I even spoke to their attorneys, who was they had in retainer the largest law firm in South Africa was representing them. I saw all their paperwork. I saw all their background. I saw their bank accounts. I saw their trading software. I saw their the wallets. Everything that was going on was legit. I saw the scrutiny that they were getting and that they were fighting every single one, and they won 2 of them from the local South African government that was accusing them of doing something illegal. And they won both times, and they paid the money to do it both times. I saw the audit. What happens? They became so successful that the South African government wasn't letting up on them. They were turning up the heat. The owner of the company, you know what he decided to do? A guy I personally knew. He decided to flee with all the money. He left not only his company, he left his wife and his daughter and fled to Brazil, never to return, and died supposedly over there. How do you predict that? How can you vet that? But as usual, if something goes down or bad with the company, who takes the blame? One of the people at the top. So I took a hit on that. There are a lot of people on each and every one of these things that get so jaded that they just give up and they quit. And they're bitter about it. That's not me. I keep moving forward. Staying in the crypto space. Well, yeah, I'll stay in the crypto space, and I'll talk about a little health and wellness. In the crypto space, I'm going through these years, which is what led to, and I'm leading to a point which lead me to where we are right now. So I get a call from some good friends that say, "Hey, Brandon, we're coming out to LA. There's this company called WCL for you to take a look at." So they came out to LA. I went down to the corporate headquarters. I met with the CEO. I met with his staff. I met with their entire distribution facility. That's one thing it's rare in business. You want to make sure, do they have an office? Is there anything that is, even at only being 80 degrees, it's kind of hot out here. Put on my hat. So, is there anything, is there a physical office? Do you know who they are? Are they some nameless, faceless voice out in Dubai somewhere? And they've got two offices, one in LA and one in Orange County. I went to both of them. I had lunch with them. I talked to their graphic people. They had a professional marketing social media crew. I chatted with them. I shot videos from the office. The idea of what they were doing was sound, except I did see a problem. Yeah, I gotta, yeah, the straw hat, huh? I can, hold on, I'll take another dip. So. Maybe that'll be a little bit better. So, everything was on the up and up, but I saw some red flags in their business model. And their business model was completely tied to the market value of the token. So the packages that they were selling. For anybody to make any money, that token had to perform. And at the time, it was. The only way you can get the token was kind of through them. Well, it was on the open market, but if you went through them, the token that when we first came on was like 28 cents. On the open market, it was worth more than 50 cents. So at the time, it was good, but I saw a problem going down the road. And I said to them, the problem I see is what happens when there's volatility and when the value of this token goes down. What happens? And their answer to me was, oh, we already have that programmed into the system on releasing and tokens and all that. I said, okay, well, that's fine, but at some point, that's only going to last so long. And so that was in the beginning, the first couple of months, because this was in the summer of that. Well, what year was that? 2021? Yeah, the summer of 2021. So there was still some. I hadn't created ILCA yet. Yeah, I hadn't created. Did I? It was either 3-course crypto I had or ILCA. I don't think I created ILCA yet. So what ended up happening was after about 3 months, I was pressing the issue with the corporate, and their answer to me was, we do have an answer. It's called WCL 2.0, but we can't give you that information because it's, proprietary. But we do have an answer. That wasn't good enough for me. So at this time, they hired me to teach them crypto education and to have access to my courses. They created a website called Master Your Crypto. Another problem was a lot of the leaders in WCL at the time, they thought that that website was mine. So instead of trying to get their community engaged and crypto educated, they thought that all it was doing was promoting me, and they didn't want their team members to be coming on any lists of mine, of me or my company, which was unfortunate because what they didn't know was that Master Your Crypto was not my website. And they didn't know this because I never promoted my business or my website on any WCL calls. I never did that. They didn't know this, but they ran with that amongst themselves and behind the scenes. But that's neither here nor there. Since I wasn't satisfied with the answers I was getting, I stopped building it. I only built it for maybe 3 months, and I stopped. That December was the last time. The following year, I still represented them as a crypto educator. And they had a couple of conventions that we went to, and what ended up happening is exactly what I said was going to happen. The volatility hit, the value of the token dropped, everybody's screaming for the company to do something about it, and the company can't. It's market conditions that dictates that. Since they never created a demand for the token, there was no outside force of people that actually wanted to come in and buy the token. And the people dumping it was the people inside the business anyway. They were selling their tokens. Does this sound familiar? So then they launched or executed the WCL 2.0. That gets executed. And once I saw what that was, I said, oh, hell no. This has a ticking time bomb. This has a shelf life. But I wasn't promoting it anyway. I wasn't building it. I'm their crypto educator, so I can only educate. I had no power or say-so in the development or direction of the company. They either listen to me or they don't. I was a consultant. And of course, as I predicted it would, that went belly up. And they even owe me a little more than $10,000 that they owe me right now. Let's fast forward to another one around that same time zone. NewGen. Anybody heard of NewGen? NewGen. NewGen is still ongoing. Kind of. Great concepts. I wouldn't necessarily say it was executed right, but great concept around it. And got to the point, that's actually, I would consider that a success story, actually, because I was able to take, I think I invested $15K, and that ended up turning into maybe 20K, 20K, and that turned into 739 Ethereum. What is that worth today? You guys do the math. What's the price of Ethereum right now? 3,400, somewhere around there? What's 3,400 times 739? Problem, we can't get our hands on any of those tokens. This was promised in January of 2023. Here we are, going on July 2024, and the latest is that the main CEO, Fazil behind the project, has died. There has been nothing that's been confirmed yet, but it looks more and more likely that that's the case. We're hearing that the family is going to be making a statement about it, and with that statement, they're going to be letting us know how they're resolving getting us the money that we deserve, because it's our money. We earned the money. We did everything that was supposed to happen. So that's still an ongoing case, but that's another $2 million plus sitting out there that I cannot call it a success until it's actually in my hands. So failure, if you want to look at it like that. There was a health and wellness company. I'm not going to put them on blast because I am re-entering the health and wellness field and they are still active. But I did represent a health and wellness company where I was the voice of North America. I'm still doing my crypto thing, but I was doing their public presentations and all that. But there was so much crap. I mean, that's the other thing I hated about on the health and wellness side. The politics that not only the corporate plays, but the leaders play. I had forgot about it until I got with that company. And it made me sick to my stomach. The racism, the jealousy, the nonsense, the politicking, the shady stuff that goes on that you guys never hear about behind the scenes is, in my opinion, say what you say about digital, but it is on another level when it comes to health and wellness. It's like a religion. It's like a cult. And so that didn't stay long over there. So I say all that to say this and lead up to this. I have failed. And that's why I'm a success. That's why I'm here in a swimming pool in the middle of the day while everybody else is at work. Because I didn't give up. Normally you see my kids back here, but they're older now. They don't want to swim with dad anymore. One's up there playing some Fortnite tournament with his friends. So, do you want to swim? Nah. But I'm a success because I failed. And I didn't allow one failure to hold me back, to get me jaded, to have me bitter. A lot of leaders, all they want to talk about is how much money they make and how much success they've had. I've made millions in this space. I've also lost millions in this space. I have peaks, I have valleys. But I've also learned a lot of lessons. And because of those failures, it has taught me another major lesson that I am executing right now. And it's a reminder. Always focus on your brand more than anything else. ILCA is not a company. ILCA is a community. ILCA is not me. ILCA is all about you. The one thing I will say from the marketing team I used to use, that they did a good job on putting the foundation together so that we have a community. See, before that, all I had was just my crypto education. I had the courses. But now we have a community. We have our inner circle. We have our diamond. We have our classes. You guys are getting access, direct access to me. And I'm scaling that up. So that's what our launch is going to be about on Monday. And we're going to talk about that in more detail about what's taking place. Give me another second. I'm sitting here in the sun. Whoa. All right. So that's what Monday is going to be about, unveiling. And I did something else. It's all about pivoting. I know, in my experience, that everybody needs crypto education. I know it. How many of you listened to my River of Money talk the other night? $867 trillion is on the move. BlackRock's figured it out. Larry Fink knows it. Fidelity knows it. New York Stock Exchange knows it. Franklin Templeton knows it. Bank of America, Jamie Dimon, Chase. Anybody who has money knows it. It's all the broke people that don't know what's going on. So I know what's needed, but that's not what everybody wants. People want to make money. People don't even understand what money is, but people want to make money. So I had to figure out, how can I provide both? So we created a separate ILCA Elite that focuses on opportunities for you to make money short-term and long-term. And then we have the rest of ILCA for the education side. So we're going to talk more about that in detail. Well, actually tomorrow night. Tomorrow night I have the ILCA Elite call going on Also, I have a special promo because I want to give back to the community. Another main movement of me making this move for ILCA is because I'm ready to start doing some massive marketing and getting new eyeballs and bigger communities into ILCA. So if you're listening to me right now and you are a marketer and you need something to sell, since the move I made, I have 100% control over my company and I can negotiate whatever the hell I want. You want to make some money and you're looking for something to sell, and you want to make some quick, fast money even now, talk to me. If you are a business owner and you're looking for a legitimate product to add to your company, you might want to talk to me. Before I created ILCA, that's all I was doing. Even the University of Nigeria has my crypto products. There's another company that wants to negotiate with me right now for my lessons. Actually, two of them. So we're going to talk about that more again on Monday as well. If you want to make some money, I got it for you. I have a special promo going on right now. 10 courses, 150 videos. When I launched ILCA, it cost $1,000 to be a part of our community. I only had 3 courses and 45 videos, and those were old. I've rebranded and updated all the courses. I'm going to be completely changing around 2 of them, Advanced Crypto and How to Trade Bitcoin and Crypto. I'm still working on those, but they're all brand new. This difference between me and YouTube is those YouTube videos are old. They're outdated. This industry is constantly changing, especially when you throw in artificial intelligence, AI into the mix. I stay on top of this stuff. So for our community. So I got a special going on right now at half price of what I launched with. 80% off, $500. You get access to all of the courses. One-time price, $500. And if you're a part of Get Fit, I've got a special promo for you there. And on Monday, I'm going to announce a different promo as well for those of you who want to get started on Monday, July 1st. Now, saying all that, I want to end with this last little piece here. And this is the very first time I am saying this publicly. Okay? So pay close attention to what I'm about to say. The last time I said something like this, and people got involved, those early people, and I'm talking about VARA, January 2023, most of those people have anywhere between $600,000 to $1 million worth of volume in one leg underneath them because they answered the call early on, before I went public. There's many opportunities that I already have positions in. I just never speak about them. When it comes to ILCA Elite, there's only 3 that we brought to the ILCA Elite. That's DFY, Insights Trading, and Get Fit Mining. That's it. Those 3 are designed for you to earn passive income without having to recruit. That's not get rich quick. That's a ways to at least enter the crypto space safely, knowing that you're not going to lose anything. Oh, I'm impressed. My watch is still, been underwater and everything. It is waterproof. Cool. So that is what we have with ILCA Elite, and we will always be adding new projects. I'm not looking to add a new project to the ILCA Elite until probably September. You know how it is with summertime. Everybody's on vacation. Everybody is out doing their thing. So, yeah, not till September. But that doesn't mean that I'm not involved in things right now. And I'm involved in things that I will never bring to ILCA Elite because it's a little too risky for everybody else. But I take that risk. But because of Get Fit, and I turned 48 years old next month. So because I'm getting older, I am paying more attention to my health. And I need at least one more opportunity for my builders. See, what we have in ILCA Elite right now is passive income, where you don't got to recruit nobody to make any money. But I'm a builder too. I'm a networker. It's in my blood. I always will be. So I'm looking for one more opportunity, and there's maybe 4 or 5 that I'm in right now. One is this week has stood out that I'm actually going to take more interest in. Still not going to bring to ILCA Elite, but I will tell you this, that it's a binary, which means, you can only build 2 legs. So by the time I bring it to ILCA Elite, there's a couple of things that needs to happen. And this is in the health and wellness space. I want to be able to have some results, some testimonials to show, because we are it's not about so much the company that's a part of. The company's been around for more than 2 years. They have a brand new product that hasn't launched yet that comes out next month. I've already got my order in for it. So as soon as I get it, I'll be testing it out. Some of you are already involved as well. And you're going to be testing it out as well. And since it is a binary, it is all about positioning. So this is the first time I'm saying this. This is a risk because we're not finished vetting it completely yet. But it is something that I'm leaning more and more, and I'm getting more excited about. Marnita's excited. She's more excited than I am. But I am putting people in place who also want to take that risk too, and want to go through the vetting process the way we are right now before I bring it to the elite and before I go public and start running my mouth about it. And we're designing it in a way to work hand in hand with what we have with Get Fit at the same time. We're also, because I have my own company, we're going to be creating funnels and marketing for it as well. So by the time I bring it to ILCA Elite, we already have a whole funnel and things in place for it. So I'm looking, this is starting to look real good. So anybody that's listening to me right now, if you want to be in the know like us and take that risk, then let me know. I'll tell you right now how much money you're going to need to have. It's less than $300. What was that cost, Marnita? $270, I think. Somewhere around there. Well, I'll just say if you've got $300, you really want to take the risk, send me a message privately. About $250, somewhere around there. About $250. And at least you'll get position. Like I said, the last time I did it this way in a binary was Vara, and many of you, I know Marnita had more than $1 million worth of volume in her leg, and because she got in, she answered that call early on, and she did that. It was 2 months before we started to market publicly. 2 months before. So now we're going into July, and I'm not even looking at maybe bringing this to, if I make the decision, ILCA Elite until September. That's another 2 months. So the early birds get the worm, definitely. And you know how I do things. When I get my head wrapped around something, I don't just do it, I do it. And it looks like we're about to make that happen again. So, like I said, send me a private message if you want to be in a position to take that risk and get position and see what it is we're talking about. But other than that, I hope you guys have a rest of an enjoyable weekend. I'm going to be swimming some laps and recording it on my watch for Get Fit. I will be doing I forgot today's Friday, huh? I kept saying tomorrow. I kept thinking today's Saturday. So when you're self-employed, you lose track of your day, especially in the summertime. I only know what day it is depending on if my kids got to go to school. But since he has no school, I forget what day it is. So today's Friday. Okay. So today, what am I doing? I'm watching the Olympic trials and wrestling tonight. Oh, this is Wingstop night. All right. And then tomorrow I got our crypto talk in the morning. That's going to be for everybody. I'm going to do that for. So crypto talk in the morning. And following that will be the Get Fit mining presentation. And I'll be giving away some miners. And then, I've been invited. Mr. C's got me on right after that. And Marnita, remind me to send you a link. And maybe I'll send that out to everybody. There's another organization that invited me to speak for 30 minutes at 1 p.m. Well, I'm the third speaker, so I might not speak until, what's that, 10, till maybe 2 p.m. Eastern time. But I'm going to be on there right after the Get Fit presentation. And then after that, I might do a special Saturday night because we're only a few days away from the relaunch of ILCA on Monday. So I might do something special Saturday night. And then Sunday night, we have our ILCA Elite call. You don't want to miss that. I'm going to talk more and more about, this what's happening the rest of the summer. And that's the eve of our new launch. And then Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, is the new launch of ILCA. We're going to show you everything that the platform basically is what we're showing you, and whatever changes there are, and different tools that you'll be able to use. Take advantage of the promo while you can. ivyleaguecrypto.info, and then following that, if you want to be an affiliate, you can sign up right now to earn money from us. You know what I love better than making money? And this is weird. I love paying commissions. That makes me feel good. Not paying bills, paying commissions, writing checks for other people. That's what I love. How many people out there you see leaders running their mouths about how much money they make? Are they writing any checks to anybody? Are they providing an opportunity for anybody? Or just trying to get people to sign up with them so that they can make money off of them? I'm an owner. I'm a boss. I write checks. And I want to write checks to you guys. So ILCAaffiliates.com to be an affiliate. For every $500 sale you make, I'm going to give you $100. And you're going to learn more about the affiliate side on Monday going forward too. So that's it. That's what we got coming. I succeed because I fail. I'm a failure, but I'm a success. How about you? Who wants to go on the journey with us? I ain't quitting. I'm not giving up. I'm not letting any setbacks stop us. We keep moving forward. All right. Take care, everybody. Let me get my swim on, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Brandon Ivey out. Bye-bye. Oh, and this is my new catchphrase I got to leave with. Education is key. Education is everything. Bye-bye.